YouTube, what is up? We are back with day 143 on our quest to clean 405, and we are back from Florida after the Sea Challenge Cup. You can see a little sunburn on the nose. It was not specifically warm outside when we were in Florida. We brought the cold with us from here from Minnesota. Our first night there, it was a high of 40 degrees. Our last night there was a high of 30 degrees, so that was pretty gross. We did get one warm day in there, but that sun still burned the shit out of me. I was wearing a beanie all day with no shade protection. The UV rays got your boy. But it was a pretty fun trip, feeling pretty good from it. We ended up losing to the eventual champs, Arkansas, in a bloodbath of a game. We lost 22-21 after they broke our pitcher's hand. Actually broke his hand. They shot middle on him, which is part of the game, with a pretty questionably legal bat. Hit him in the hand, fractured the middle finger, gave 4 stitches on the pointer finger, and after losing your starting pitcher, it was pretty tough to come back from, but we battled. It was a good-ass game, and those guys are a bunch of dogs. So Arkansas ended up getting it done, but it was cool to compete against them, cool to compete on that level. I ended up batting like 750. Still a lot of things to grow and work on from this past weekend, but it was nice to like step into the box with that high level of competition and be able to compete with them and see some of the work pay off. Again, if you're interested in any of our softball content, the Just Keep Swinging page is where all of our softball content is at. This is where all of our fitness content is at. Trying to space them out a little bit for people that are interested in one or the other, but if you're interested in both, you should subscribe to both. But the body is feeling a little bit jet lagged from the trip, and the goal of today is to knock some rust off. Although we do have a pretty heavy lift today. We got some snatches from high blocks, we got some tempo cleans, and we got some safety bar 5-rep max squats, so that should be pretty heavy today too. We're gonna start off with some jumps. We got these double broad jumps into some weighted hex bar jumps, trying to stay over 20 inches again today and beat some PRs from last week. Let's get after it, let's go. To start today, we got these double blade broad jumps again, jumping over the top hurdle, landing into the blade broad jump after this, working on that vertical projection on these broad jumps. These give a really nice feel. Last week we were at like 18.6 and 19-ish feet. So we're probably gonna stick around there for a couple jumps here, see how poppy we're feeling today after this plane ride, but I really like the feel of these. Hopefully these unlock that double broad jump and just regular broad jump vertical displacement that we're working on. I really like the feel of having that second jump be towards something whether you need to vertically displace to. I think I do a decent job on that first jump, but as I try to rush that second jump on a double broad or a triple broad, rather than setting it up like guys like Blaine do, and I think this does a good job of constraining you to do that. So let's get this, let's go. Ooh, let's go. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Let's go, one more. Ooh, let's go, get these hex bar jumps. Now we got these hex bar jumps, week 2 of these staying over 20 inches, as much weight as possible to jump over 20 inches. The goal is to build these up to a 10-inch jump. If we get like 275, 315-ish at 10 inches, that'd be pretty sickening. The record to beat here is 135. One of my athletes got 135. Welty was close, but didn't get it. So to beat Welty, I have to have 35s on each side, but we got a spring to get it. Let's go. Start with the empty, build from there. Ooh, 24-4, lightweight. Throw some 10s on. Ooh, 23-0, cooking. 2 10s on. The athlete swore by the smaller plates for the more range of motion, which I don't know how that's gonna help us when we get to heavier weights anyways, but we're gonna stick with their approach just to beat Welty today. Let's go. Ooh, 21-2, add another 10. Got kind of close there, not gonna lie. We gotta open up for these. I think 25 with a 5 last week was my PR. Gotta try and shatter that this week, just to beat Welty. Oh my God. Holy fuck. Oh my God. I hit those fucking sailing salts from like this far away. Oh, I wasn't even gonna talk about them yet. Oh my God. We got, oh, holy fuck, guys and girls. That almost just made me barf. We just got some Oz back. That was the first sniff, but I sniffed that from like half a fucking, arm length away. Oh, I wish I was faking that. I gotta show you guys this. Holy shit, I'm tearing up from that. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. Oh, that almost made me throw up, not gonna lie. That was a little too strong. Oh. Holy fuck, boys and girls. That hurt the back of my brain. I was literally just going for a tiny little sniff there. Oh, I'm fucking crying right now. Come on. 20.3, let's go. Oh my God, I'm dying. That wrecks me. If I had actually stuck my nose in there, I think I legitimately would have thrown up there. Those are strong as shit. Oh my God. Oh, that was a test trial of those. I've had these before. These, I've told everybody that these mess people up more than you could imagine, and they don't believe me. They think they're just regular smelling salts. I can take a regular smelling salt and have very little effect. That is different. Oh my God, my head still hurts from that. Oh, that was almost too much. Let's make it work here, come on. 35s, it's a tie welty. Oh, 20.5, let's go. Get 135 on the bar. All right, I would sniff another thing of smelling salts, but I'm legitimately scared of those right now. That was close. So we got to get this 135 up for the gym record. Let's freaking go. Come on, baby. Oh, damn. 18.9. We got that. Open up a little bit. Oh, 19.6. All right, come on. One more jump here. Oh, damn. 19.6 again. Get up. Oh, fuck. 19.7. All right, last one here. Come on. Make it crispy for the record. Otherwise, we're going to snatch. Let's get it. Come on. 1, 2. Ooh, damn it. 19.6. We were stuck there. That's a pretty good round. Let's get these snatches. So to start today, we got these snatches, same as 2 weeks ago. Week 3 of the program here, where we got to stay within a 2.35 to a 250. With our snatch variation, we got 6 total sets here, 6 total singles. Last week, we built up to 225 and hit right within that zone. So hopefully we can get there a little bit earlier based off how this 215 is moving and then crush that. Bar was moving good in warm-ups. Let's keep it that way. Let's go. Ooh. There we go, 253. One more rep here, and then we'll add weights. The bar's feeling really light right now. The connection's feeling goofy. Like, it didn't feel like a lot there, but the bar's moving like nothing. Let's keep it rolling. A 258. All right, we'll take that. Let's go to 220 for 1 rep, and then we'll go 225, and then we'll see where that takes us. Keep ripping. All right, let's obliterate this, and then we'll see if those smelling salts come back into play after what they did to me the first one. But should be able to crush 225 today and add a little bit of weight to our PR total here. Let's go. Ooh. Oh, that catch is sloppy, but the bar's moving fast. It's like bar's almost moving too fast. I'm not able to get underneath it. A little decent, a little goofy. 250, let's go. Still above our range. Let's do 225 on the bar. Ooh. Woo. Damn, still at a 252. We're pulling it good today. All right, let's go. 235 on the bar. Keep ripping. This will be sweet. Let's go. Oh yeah, 249, still crucifying that bar. One more rep here. All right, we got 240 on the bar. This would be a pretty sickening win. Everything has been above our velocity zone that we've had to hit today. We haven't even entered those 235s yet, whereas last week we were barely eking out right above that at 220 pounds. So that's a 15 pound improvement with a higher velo. Obviously we had that week off, which is nice. Body was feeling it a little bit, but it's cool to see the body adapt into these velocities that we need to hit, and it's working. The program's fucking working. Let's get this last set here, take a sniff of this from far away, get after it. Oh, God damn. Those are gonna make me scared of fucking smelling salts for the rest of my life. Let's go. Last rep here. Ooh. Woo! That was a freaking battle. Let's see if we moved it above our zone. Wasn't the most beautiful catch in the world. We still got it at 248. Let's freaking go. That's our win for today. Let's go hit some cleans now. Now we got 3 sets of 1 here on the cleans. Tempo cleans, 3 seconds up. Nick's gonna be here monitoring form. Let's rip it. Ooh. Woo. Oh yeah, that bar's moving today. 183 on that. Let's keep it rolling. Hold on, take a sniff of these. Go light, go light. Are they? They're bad, they're bad. Go light. Yeah, do it on the camera. Well, if you want to do camera, do big, but. Oh, bro, right. Yeah, I know, bro. We got another one. Bro, my first sniff was, I was like just doing a prep, like, yeah, bro, show them your eyes. They're so fucking strong. Ever, right? Not even close. I was like, I could not believe how strong they were.
Holy shit.
It like hurt the back of your brain? Yeah, like where it's, yeah. I did the same thing. It felt like a knife in the back of my fucking skull. I was like, holy shit. All right, 295. We were moving this slow as shit last week. Let's move a little bit faster today. Let's go. Woo. 193, we're cooking with this weight. Let's go. We got absolutely crucified at 295 last week. Made up for that this week. Now we got 315. Gotta stay wary of these. Let's go. Ah, God damn, dude. Woo. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Ooh. Let's go. Smell it later. Let's get to some squats. And now we got 5 rep max here on these safety bar squats. Groin is feeling much better than it did when we left. It was feeling a little bit in Vegas. So I was a little concerned about it, but gave it a couple day break and it really started to feel better. So we're gonna start with what we ended up off at last week at this 315. We're gonna crucify it and see how much weight we can add to these. Before we get this set, I was asked a question about macros and if they're still king when it comes to weight loss. And we just had a podcast with Adam Ross that dropped yesterday. I'd really recommend you guys listen to it if you guys are coaches or dealing with nutrition at all, because he's a wealth of information and knowledge on it. But he talked about his P's and Q's when it comes to nutrition and how everybody will look for the fancy things when it comes to nutrition, when just like a lot of other things, it's really the basics, the tried and true basics that matter. And his P's and Q's are protein and plant-based food, and making sure you're getting those two things covered. And the way that he breaks it down is if your quality of food is high, your quantity can also be high. And if your quality is bad, your quantity of the bad food should be lower. And he talked about supplements and all these other diet protocols that you can use, but if you're not taking care of your P's and Q's, none of that matters. If you're not getting your protein in, if you're not eating whole foods, if you're not eating a high quantity of high quality foods, all the supplements, all the things that you're taking, all the things you're tracking are not gonna matter. No matter how sexy they sound, no matter how many people are promising the increase in testosterone, you need to have your P's and Q's figured out. You need to have your fundamentals taken care of. And once the fundamentals are taken care of, then we can start to focus on the smaller things. So yes, I do believe macros are still the king when it comes to weight loss and diet. It really just comes to how do you get those macros in? How do you formulate a plan to get those macros in, to get those P's and Q's in, to focus on those quantity and quality so that it fits your lifestyle and it fits your diet, so that you're not having to force down chicken and rice every single meal, which Adam talks about not being a good recommendation. And if you follow any of the Yoakum strength guidelines, I also don't believe is a working foundation for people, and we should not force people into diet plans where they're eating certain specific foods, but we should force them into diet principles so that there's principles and an active decision behind the food choices that they make. And once you have the principles in place, just like in programming where you have the left side of the column in place, the exercise selection becomes really easy. Food is very similar where you have your principles in place, you know the big things you have to hit and eat that day. What you eat to get there becomes really easy and it simplifies a lot of things. So take care of your P's and Q's first. Make sure you're eating a bunch of plant-based food. Make sure you're consuming a bunch of protein. Make sure the quality of your food is sourced high so that the quantity can also be high. And don't get lost in the small stuff, right? So macros and calories are still the king when it comes to weight loss. And you should focus on those foundations first before you focus on the small things, even if it is micronutrients or supplements. Use those things as gateway drugs to get those P's and Q's done, right? So let's move this bar fast here. Let's get it. 5 rep max here. Let's go. 345 on the bar and 2 zigzags. Let's fucking get it. Let's go. Let's go. Shit got heavy. It's hard to move on the safety squat bar. Getting bodied a little bit. Let's go. At 365 on the bar. Before we rip this up, we're gonna have to cruise with this because we were close on that 345. That put us at a 0.55. Got to stay above a 0.50 here to stay alive on these, which I think is definitely in the tank. We just got to give it a little bit more intent. But I was asked the question, why do so many people fall for CrossFit if all of their programming is bullshit? And I think the distaste for CrossFit and like the ick it gives strength coaches is the very reason that it honestly survives. It's the very reason a lot of strength coaches can't compete with a thing like CrossFit, with a thing like ATG, or even functional patterns, is you can't look at the thing that they're doing and take the good from it while writing out the bad without just saying it's all gross, it's all just a waste of time, it gives you the ick almost, it gives you a visceral response to it. It's an emotional attachment to the name of the exercise, to the program that athlete is running. And instead of being able to look at, wow, they're really good at marketing, wow, they're really good at gamifying training, wow, they're really good at building a community around movement, we look at how many athletes they get hurt, look at all the bullshit that they're doing. I could do so much better if I could just get my hands on that athlete. It's like, yes, you probably could, but you can't get your hands on an athlete because you're writing off CrossFit as a whole because of their bad programming without looking at the things that they're doing good. And the things that they do good are what get a lot of people interested in CrossFit. They gamify training. They make training fun. They don't wait for a 12-week reveal or 3 months of programming or 3 months of training to get results with these clients, right? To show them results. They gamify it. They give them leaderboards. They rank, record, and publish all of their workouts. They make their training like a video game, so it's addictive. Every day I can set a new PR. Every day I can climb that leaderboard. Every day I can compete, rather than I gotta look 12 weeks in the future to see my results. I have to wait for my next max out day to do so. And I think if we just looked at CrossFit and looked at the things that they did well and then took them and applied it to a principle-based programming, you'd not only get those clients in your room, you'd keep them a lot longer, and you'd probably get a lot more results because you have athletes that are hungry to show up every day to climb that leaderboard. And again, instead of making that leaderboard some Murph competition that has nothing to do with their sport or the things that they want to do, make it something that applies to their sport. Maybe it's a race, maybe it's a jump, maybe it's a lift variation, maybe it's a movement challenge that day. But all these things you can rank, record, publish, and make the athlete excited to show up to training that day. Gamify it, make it like a video game, and you'll get a lot better buy-in with those athletes. I just think it's something that we do so much as coaches, is like we see something we dislike and we completely write off everything they do rather than grab the things they're good at, realize why they work, think about why they work, think about why somebody would be attracted to that form of training, the things that they promise. And then if you actually believe your programming is better, which I hope you do, then it should be your responsibility to educate those athletes and outmarket the CrossFitters of the world, outmarket the ATGers of the world to get them in your room rather than that room. So a lot of it just comes down to like getting out of your own way as a strength coach and finding ways almost that you can be more CrossFit-y, more ATG in the way that they market and they program when it comes to leaderboards and leveling up and community-based workouts, and less about everything that they do wrong, right? Millionaires are millionaires for a reason. I think that doesn't mean it's a good reason. It just means they are where they're at for a reason. You should pick apart what that reason is and grab the good from it while discarding the bad. And I think you'll get a lot better product and results out of that rather than just swearing off everything they do, right? So CrossFitting does have a lot of bad programming. It leads to a lot of injuries, but it also makes training a lot of fun for super hyper competitive people that don't have that competition in their lives anymore. And just going to the weight room, to go to the weight room to lift more weights isn't what they trained for when they started, isn't what they're interested in now, and we're selling them the same things over and over again rather than giving them that competition-like outlet, giving them that community-based outlet for them to train with and want to show up to training with. And I think if we can grab some of those good things from CrossFit with a good program, you're gonna get a lot better results, which is what we do here at Yoakum Strength. So let's get this last set here. Bar was moving good there. Oh yeah, we averaged a 0.56 there. That's a pretty good weight to end on today. I'm gonna go finish up these accessories. Brain's a little burnt out from this travel. And first time shooting a video in a week. Just wanna get in and out with these accessories. Appreciate you guys watching. Keep chopping wood, babe. We'll be back tomorrow with a Speed Buster Thursday. Let's go.